Welcome to our Jin Shin Jyutsu friends from all over the world. Did you miss us? I received many emails asking about Friday and Monday, and we were having our organizers meeting, but we're back. And today
Yay.
we're here with Majella. Welcome, Majella.
Thank you, Ali. Welcome, everybody. It's great to be back again on this We Are One webinar series. And I'm very happy to be here again to share this wonderful art of Jin Shin Jyutsu self-help. So tonight, I thought I would talk about Safety Energy Lock 2. So let's start by just holding the finger facilitator for Safety Energy Lock 2. Let's hold our left ring finger. And you can hold it any way you wish. Just hold it gently, no rubbing or massaging. And while we're holding this finger, before I start talking about Safety Energy Lock 2, I'd like to just explain briefly for those of you who have come to this webinar series for the first time and who are not familiar with Jin Shin Jyutsu, just a little bit about what Jin Shin Jyutsu is all about. So let me just start my slides. Started at the back for some reason.
Oh, yes.
So,
Sorry for that.
It's okay. So here we are, the We Are One, and you see the website address for the head office of Jin Shin Jyutsu Inc. And this is just showing the ring finger, which is our finger facilitator for Safety Energy Lock 2. And I'll be talking a little bit about Safety Energy Lock 2 later on. But meanwhile, for those of you who are new, let's explain what Jin Shin Jyutsu is all about. So Jin translates as the person of knowing compassion. Shin translates as creator, and Jyutsu translates as art. So Jin Shin Jyutsu literally translates to the art of the creator through the person of compassion. It's a physiophilosophy that was developed by Master Jiro Murai in Japan at the beginning of the 20th century. And it's a way of getting to know and help myself and others. Through our study of Jin Shin Jyutsu, we learn that there are many energetic pathways in the body. And when the energy is flowing harmoniously through these pathways, we experience a life of happiness, health, and longevity. However, poor lifestyle choices, stress, poor diet, accidents, emotional attitudes, all of this wreaks havoc on the energy flowing through the pathways and can cause it to stagnate or deviate or block it. And then we begin to experience illness, discomfort, disease, even pain. But luckily, with Jin Shin Jyutsu, we know how we can bring ourselves back to harmony, how we can get the energy flowing harmoniously through the pathways. And we do this by first using the breath, which flows down the front and up the back, by holding fingers, which we're doing right now, holding our ring finger, and by placing our hands on specific locations in the body, which we call safety energy locks. And when we hold 2 safety energy locks at a time, we say we are jumper cabling them, and we're harmonizing the energy between those safety energy locks. And throughout using a combination or sequence of safety energy lock holds, we can harmonize the energy flow in the body. So tonight, as I said, I'm going to talk about Safety Energy Lock 2. And Safety Energy Lock 2, it's located on the top of the iliac crest, the top of the hip bones on either side of the spine. And I'll show you another picture just to give you a little bit more. It's exactly here, just literally at the base of the spine, either side of the spine on the top of your hip bones. It's a safety energy lock that belongs to our first depth. So Safety Energy Lock 2 will help all of the qualities of the first depth. It will help our skin surface. It will help harmonize the attitude of worry. It will help digestive projects. It'll help the nerves, and most importantly, at this current time, Safety Energy Lock 2 will help the immune system through its relationship with first depth spleen function energy. Mary says in Self-Help Book 2 that Safety Energy Lock 2 came into the world, came into the universe, meaning vital life force for all creatures and wisdom. It's located, as I said, on the back of the body. And because it's located on the back of the body, it will help the inhale. As we've learned before in this webinar series, Safety Energy Lock 1 helps the breath to exhale, helps the breath travel from the top of the head down to the toes. Safety Energy Lock 2 on the back of the body will help the inhale, help the breath go from the toes right back up the back to the top of the head. And as it helps the inhale, Safety Energy Lock 2 connects us to the vital life source, capital S, source of life for this body, the capital B breath, sixth depth. And it will help us receive that ever-abundant source of life into the body and manifest it through second depth, another 2, lung function energy. This vital source of energy for the body is then transported to every cell, revitalizing, renewing, nourishing, bringing vitality and life force to all my being. And now, as we see, we're holding this ring finger. There's also that second and sixth depth relationship in this ring finger. One of the reasons why we're helping to harmonize Safety Energy Lock 2. The ring finger is our second depth finger on the attitude level, harmonizing sadness and grief, but also the umbilicus and diaphragm function energy. Diaphragm function energy, sixth depth, ends at the ring finger, and umbilical function energy begins at the ring finger. So here we have that sixth and second depth relationship mirroring the function of Safety Energy Lock 2, connecting us sixth depth to manifest this vital life force through second depth into our being. So let's pause now and take a few conscious breaths and focus on receiving this vital life source. Focus on inhaling this vital life source into our being. Exhale down the front, down to the toes. Inhale and receive the abundant vital life force for my entire being through Safety Energy Lock 2. Mary also says in Self-Help Book 2 that Safety Energy Lock 2 came into the universe meaning wisdom. We connect to our sixth depth source through the inhale, through Safety Energy Lock 2, and in doing so, we connect to this divine wisdom, to my divine inner guidance, which helps me make wiser choices, to follow my intuitive impulses, to act decisively. Safety Energy Lock 2 brings divine order into my life. And Mary said about Safety Energy Lock 2 that through Safety Energy Lock 2, The unfailing wisdom of the divine takes form in thought and word. She also said wisdom is seeing life through God's eyes. And Safety Energy Lock 2 helps us to see through the eyes of my own being. We learned about Safety Energy Lock 20 in a previous webinar, and we heard that 20, which is also a magnified 2, helps us see through the eyes of the Creator. So let's move and practice the self-help, the other piece of self-help that Mary gives us in Self-Help Book 2 to help harmonize Safety Energy Lock 2. Let's hold our left Safety Energy Lock 2 with our left hand here at the top of your hip. I'll just show you the picture again. Just here at the top of your hip on the left-hand side with your left hand. And let's place our right hand on just the top of our left shoulder, here at the top of the shoulder blade, which is where Safety Energy Lock 3 resides. So we're holding our left Safety Energy Lock 2 with our left Safety Energy Lock 3. And the number 2, Safety Energy Lock 2, also represents the quality of duality and polarity, which in harmony is a good thing. But when our Safety Energy Lock 2 is in disharmony, then we can see duality and polarity through the lens of opposition. So we see situations as being good or bad. I am right, you are wrong. We see the opposites in situations, and this can lead to conflict and strife in our life. And even on a global level, it can lead to wars. So holding and practicing this self-help for Safety Energy Lock 2 brings us into harmony when we connect to wisdom. And when we develop wisdom, then we can look at situations, we can look at polarity, duality through the lens of relationship, not opposition. Safety Energy Lock 2 then helps us to see both sides of the story, to accept the other's viewpoint, even though it may be different to our own. And as a result, then, we have a calmer, more balanced, harmonious life, free of conflict. As I said, we can see both sides of the coin, the whole picture. And Mary said of wisdom, wisdom always recognizes the wholeness, whereas ignorance sees the importance of the parts. And as we're holding Safety Energy Lock 3, let's reflect a little bit on why we hold Safety Energy Lock 3 to help Safety Energy Lock 2. Well, Safety Energy Lock 3, as we know, helps balance and regulate the inhale and the exhale. It will help regulate the inhale of 2 with the exhale of 1. So it helps on the level of the breath. Safety Energy Lock 3 is also a big immune helper, helps the immune system. And we see that Safety Energy Lock 2 helps the immune system through its relationship with first depth and spleen function energy. Safety Energy Lock 3, when we're holding Safety Energy Lock 3 with Safety Energy Lock 2, we're helping clear the stagnant, stuck energy and tension in Safety Energy Lock 2 by bringing it up the back and releasing it through Safety Energy Lock 3. Safety Energy Lock 2, as I said, is in our hip line. And our hip line in Jin Shin Jyutsu relates to all our physical activity, all the physical aspects of the body. So it will help harmonize all the effects of our overdoings and of our effortings. And we see this even in real life when, say, athletes have run a race and they've put their body through a lot of physical activity. When they stop the race, they will bend down and hold their toes to catch their breath. So we see this even in everyday life, the importance and how Safety Energy Lock 2 helps us. But safety, it's not just good for when we run a race and when we're physically overactive. Safety Energy Lock 2 will help really take all the stress and fatigue and swelling out of the legs. So it's good for restless legs, for tired legs. Mary also called it our alignment specialist, our chiropractor. And we can see that if one of our Safety Energy Locks is out of harmony with the other, then we can have some malalignment in the spine, in the pelvis, and in the hips. So it's very important that we harmonize both right and left Safety Energy Lock 2. So right now we're going to do this. We've been harmonizing our left Safety Energy Lock 2. So now let's place our left hand on our right shoulder at right Safety Energy Lock 3, and our right hand on our right Safety Energy Lock 2 at the top of our hip. As I said, this Safety Energy Lock 2 help all leg projects, help all spinal projects, very good for sciatica, relieving back stress and tension, and relieving all tension in the legs. So as we hold this right Safety Energy Lock 3 and right Safety Energy Lock 2, let's practice a few conscious exhalations and inhalations to finish off this meditation. Let's close our eyes, bow the head, drop the shoulders. Let's focus on all the gifts that Safety Energy Lock 2 brings into my being. Exhale down to the toes. Inhale and receive the vital life force for my entire being. Nourishing, revitalizing every single cell. Exhale down the front to my very toes. Inhale and connect to that divine wisdom that helps me make wise choices, act decisively, bring divine order into my life. Exhale, let go. Inhale and receive the wisdom that recognizes the wholeness, that sees the other's point of view, that accepts differences in opinions and respects them. Exhale. Feel the tension release from your legs, your back. Inhale, receive and renew. Now slowly open your eyes. Thank you. Thank you, Ali, always for your support,
You're very welcome.
your warm smile. Thank you, everyone, for joining me on this We Are One webinar. It's truly been a blessing to share this self-help Jin Shin Jyutsu with you. Stay safe, stay well. Until the next time, goodbye.
Till the next time. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you, Ali.
Thank you. See you soon.
See you soon.
Friday, we're back for more. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.